Hey, gorgeous soul. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a weather report for the week starting November the 30th. And of course, the full moon and lunar eclipse in Gemini. We are all feeling very strongly in our own lives individually and in the world about information. And something is likely to be revealed this week in our lives and in the world that's going to be fascinating. Or it will start to emerge, because eclipses are all about what's hidden, but it takes a while for the full story to be revealed. I personally think there's going to be a massive revelation connected to Trump, because he's a Gemini, and that we'll know which way everything is going. It's going to be very clear. Specific information is coming out this week that's changing things. And it's like, after an eclipse, it's a bit like the tower in the tarot. We have the star. We all feel much better. We all feel much calmer. And we're all, emotionally feeling a lot more wholesome. During the full moon, though, make sure you question your own thoughts on things, because when the full moon is filling us up with emotion and intuitive insight, our minds can get carried away on a full moon in Gemini, and we can start thinking we're right without basing it on the facts. So really question any sort of thoughts that go raging through your being on this full moon. It could also lead us in a new direction when it comes to communication, though. So that's really, really good. And it will, again, show us the best way for us to communicate in the future, and also help us to examine how we communicate when we're feeling a very strong emotion. Now, something I deal with quite a lot. So when I feel a strong emotion, I will just say what's ever in my head. And the worst is I just send out an email immediately without giving myself 10 seconds to think about the most powerful response. And basically, you'll all be like me on this full moon, because it's about sort of feeling and then just saying. So look at that. In your own life, what is it that you need to work on in terms of communication? What makes your life fabulous? What's the I hate the word best, but what is the most useful and authentic way you communicate? And also, what areas of communication are shadowy and shady within you that kind of block your progress, or, through emotional wounds, throw a spanner in the works when it comes to intimate relationships, friendship, or work. We can heal these now. We can have a personal revelation about that, and it's great. But it no doubt will be emotional at the time. And just to make matters even more interesting, around the 1st of December, Mercury enters Sagittarius. Now, what do I say about Sagittarius? Sagittarius is the truth monster. The positive about the way Sagittarius communicate is it's very direct, and that energy is beaming down on each of us. So all of us can be helped by Mercury in Sagittarius to be authentic and direct. However, truth monster, we might be tempted just to blurt things out and then go, oops, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And Mercury in Sagittarius is trine Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries. I love Chiron. Chiron tells us that through our wounds, we have the ability to see how strong we are, how the wounds from the past have been like fertilizer to our soul, or can be. So I'm not saying wounds are good. I'm not saying, trust me, I'm damaged from my past. We all have damage from our past. I'm not saying, let's gloss over that and say it's a good thing because I've grown, because I'm not into that kind of new age bullshit. But I am saying that some of the strongest, most inspiring parts of us are the fronds of ourselves that have grown out of the debris of damage. And in this case, we're healing something in this cycle of Chiron, which is about us being spontaneous and independent. Obviously, go and listen to your individual video and look at your chart to see where your Chiron is. But in a general sense, the flavour of Chiron for all of us is about individuality and being able to be spontaneous and to be truly, fearlessly who you are. So how are you at that? How are you at being a hero, a heroine, a heroex for yourself? Can you be the one, the warrior of love for yourself? Can you step forward and say, this is who I am? Chiron is going to help us with that. And there might be a very interesting conversation that brings some soothing to our wounds. Now, another thing that's happening this week, which I like, has got its downsides, but fundamentally I love it. And that is Venus, the planet of love, trine is a good thing, Neptune, the planet of spirituality, the planet of empathy, the planet of compassion, also illusion. So on a positive note, we are all much more open. Venus is in Scorpio, Neptune is in Pisces. We're all feeling intensely other people's stuff, so we can be more compassionate about what goes on with other people. In terms of mundane day-to-day things, it can make love relationships, if you're into love relationships, or even friendships, super intense. And also we can throw our logic out the window because we are consumed with this feeling. It's like spiritual ecstasy, you know? It's like we've all taken a bit of spiritual ecstasy this week. But Neptune sometimes has illusions or unclear boundaries. So keep your boundaries clear, but use that magnificent connection to love yourself, to understand yourself, to be compassionate with yourself, as well as the people around us. But it's a delicious little connection, I believe. Anyway, gorgeous soul, have an absolutely stunning week. I'm sending you so much love. It's going to be interesting. Catch up with me and let me know what revelations you had on the full moon. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon.